Hello and welcome back to another video. Thanks for stopping by. In this video, I'm going to work on some pretty food illustrations using alcohol markers. The thing about this video is that I actually lost the first hour of footage. That's the joys of filming on your phone and going to delete previous videos you've made to free up some storage to continue filming, and then you go ahead and delete the footage you took earlier that day. So yeah, so the first two and like a half illustrations I did are not filmed, sadly, and that is because I was dumb. Well, sorry, I should say they were filmed, but I don't have the footage for them because I was dumb and I deleted the footage, and I am very upset with myself right now. But life moves on, we continue. I hope you're all doing fine. I hope you're having a great day. I'm just gonna jump right into it and talk about why I did this and what I'm doing here. So, I wanted to get some practice making some alcohol marker drawings, because this new sketchbook I have is it's from Ohuhu, and I have their alcohol markers. I got the 300 set for Christmas, which is pretty awesome. And so I have the sketchbook now, and I want to get better at using alcohol markers and just kind of jump into using them, because they're a little daunting to use sometimes. I don't know why, but I wanted to get some practice in, so I just went ahead and picked out some pretty food or pretty like desserts on Pinterest. And I just saved them to a board, and I went ahead and like sketched them at a time. And then I went back, and then I'm going back, of course, and I'm going over them and coloring them with the alcohol markers. You might be able to tell I am sick again. I was sick in one of my last videos too, and yeah, I feel like I've gotten sick every month, the last couple months. It's kind of frustrating. But yeah, sorry about my voice. You're just gonna have to live with it, I guess, because I have to live with it. Okay. So yeah, I did that first pastry, and honestly, that pastry drawing did really, like, it went pretty well. I really like it. But yeah, that was the first one I did. And then I did the roll cake when I was a little bit more confident. I think the pastry with the blueberries on it, I think that's my favorite. And the drawing I was most excited to do was actually the cake there with the strawberries on it. And here I was after I took a break. And I did some filming because I think my phone needed to charge. My phone's giving me a lot of issues, clearly. I just need to like get a camera and learn how to use it, but I'm not tech savvy, so yeah. So I did the pastry, and I did the roll cake, and then I did the little cake there with the fruit on top, and that was the one I was most excited for. And honestly, I'm like okay with how it turned out. I'm not like everything, like it went okay, but I'm not a fan of how the cake looks, like the actual like sponge cake. It looks more like a sponge than cake, but it was really good practice. I really like the fruit I did. I really like that kiwi I did on the right side of the page, the spread here. And now in the video, I'm moving on to this like little, it seems to be like a little cheesecake. little like key lime pie, not key lime pie, like a key lime cheesecake, I guess. But yeah, it's like this little cheesecake with the icing and the little lime on top. Really cute. So I actually have the footage of me diving into that. So the first thing I do when I approach a sketch, when I'm about to color it, is you go in with like a kneaded eraser and just roll it on top, just to lift some of the graphite that's on the page, because I don't care if like a little bit shows through, but when you're especially with alcohol markers, if you're going to color an illustration, and you don't lift if you don't lift some of the graphite, it's going to show through, and that can look a little messy, especially on areas where I'm not coloring all of it, like especially with the icing, like a lot of it's gonna stay white, right? So I want to make sure that I don't have a lot of pencil markings showing through, because I want it to look a little clean. It is practice, but I do want to like the finished illustration. So I went ahead and just started off with the icing, because I guess that was the most daunting part of the whole piece. But I just went in with like a really light, warm shadow color, so it's like a little bit, it's a little bit of a gray. What I feel like I know what marker it is. No, maybe I don't. I'm looking over at my markers. I just went in with like a really light, warm, it's not really a gray, taupe, like a taupe, yeah. And I should mention, the markers did really well with the paper. So this sketchbook is, the pages are bleed proof, which is insane, especially with alcohol marker, right? So bleed proof means the alcohol marker isn't gonna show on the other side of the page, like it's not gonna bleed through, which is crazy. So I was able to, I had drawings on the other side of this page, and the marker didn't show through at all. It's insane. So I'm really liking that. But the thing about alcohol markers is when you initially put them down on the page, it's gonna look like wet and like dark. It's kind of like paints where like it'll dry like a little lighter, or like here I'm using a colorless blender, but like it looks gray, right? And I panicked when I first saw that. I was like, oh no, that's gonna look awful. But it dries much lighter. See, with the colors blender, it dries clear, but markers dry much lighter than they go down. So a lot of the times I'm putting, like, I know I have swatch sheets with like all the markers, so I can see what they look like on paper. But when I'm drawing and I'm initially putting the color down and it looks different than what I thought, it's a little bit makes your heart race, because like, oh no, did I just ruin this? But yeah, I jumped ahead and I sped it up a little bit because I can only blab for so long. But this drawing specific spooked me the most, because right here I put down, like, it looks like green, right? That was meant to be like a palish yellow. And I was like, oh no, this is supposed to look like cheesecake. This does not look like cheesecake. How do I fix this? So I go over this many times, and it's a good lesson, I could say. It's a good lesson to have a page that you swatch your markers on, just to make sure. But just make sure you really know what you're putting down. But I just kept trucking on. I put in a shadow, and then after that I just went ahead and filled in the rest of the cake. And it looks gray, but it's meant to be like a very pale color, little on the yellower side. just as a base, and it's gonna dry over time and show what color it really is. So yeah, I just kept layering colors together, hoping to like it at some point. I don't mind it now that it's done, of course, and I'm looking at it in front of me. Like, I don't mind it. It definitely could be better, but this piece was definitely the most trial and error. So yeah, after I finished off every dessert, I would outline them in like a dark brown Prismatic color pencil, color erase pencil, and it would just like add. I found like that extra like outline around everything just made it like pop a little more. Like it made it like look a little more cartoony, but I almost liked it. It was not almost liked it, like I liked it. It was made it a little bit more stylized and fun, and yeah, I just thought that was a fun choice. I especially like it around the pastry there on the left side. And for our final illustration, I'm doing like what I believe is like a flan cake. Hold on, I'm gonna check that. Hold on 1 second. I am fact checking this. What this is. What is it? What is it? It's maybe some sort of jelly? It's a flan. It's a flan. I knew it. Okay. It's a flan. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's much to say about this one. I mean, I think it's my favorite. Mostly because I did a really good job at blending on this one at a very specific part. I don't know. It just looks really yummy. And I've never had flan, clearly because I didn't really know what it was, but it looks good, and I like how the whipped cream turned out on top. The cherry stem could be a little thinner, but we won't talk about that. And like I did for most of the illustrations, I started with the lightest layer and just did a flat layer of it. I don't know how else do I say that. I just feel like I keep repeating myself. And then so it seems like the flan is like I don't know, it's like cake or something, but it seems jelly like, or like custardy. Yeah. And then it seems to have like this sauce on top of it. So it kind of sits on top and then around it. So I really like how the sauce blended into like the cake portion. I don't really know. I feel bad because I don't really know what I'm talking about, but it matches the reference photo pretty well. I mean, that's what I'm proud of. So yeah. So to blend the yellow color in with the brown, I kind of went with like this mid-tone in between, so like that later brown, And then to really blend it all together, I went back in with the lighter yellow color and just went to town blending it together. So that, yeah, like back and forth between the yellow and then that brown and whatnot. And then I was able to kind of create this ombre effect. And honestly, once it's dried, it looks quite nice, I might say. And once I was done with the coloring, I went around the border with that color pencil again, just that dark brown, just, again, to make it pop off the page a little. And oh yeah, and then basically all the pieces have a little bit of gel pen on them just to add some shine. But yeah, that is the page complete. Again, I'm sorry I lost footage, but if you somehow enjoyed this video, please leave a like and maybe subscribe to come along for the journey. Have a great day. Bye.